Good evening, this is the Dean of All Things Spicy with Conjured Vaporz Peppers, and I'm here to do a pepper review. So I'm at a hotel in Easton, Pennsylvania tonight. Not at home, so no bird background, no neon logo. Sorry. But anyway, this is an unintentional cross for my Basilisk F3. So I thought I had a Basilisk F4, and I don't. Instead, I have this. And this. So these two are not the best phenotypes, not the phenotypes that I really like the most on the plant. There's two phenotypes I like better, but I'm not at home to do that review, and I just wanted a couple pods to review here at the hotel. So this is what you're getting tonight, an unintentional cross for my Basilisk F3. So I'm hoping that it'll be just as hot as the Basilisk, and if it's not, I'm hoping it'll be as flavorful as whatever other pot it was. But with an unintentional cross, you never know, right? So bees make the work magic happen sometimes. So again, the other phenotypes are much prettier than this, but I will show you those phenotypes. Let's show you one right here. Let's show you one right here. Anywho, let's cut this open and see what she looks like on the inside. So I cut myself with Mr. Pepper Dissector today. Be careful what you do with your pepper knife. But anyway, it wasn't a bad cut. It was just a slight nick. When it's sharp enough, it's not going to be bad. But anyway, let's cut into it and see how she looks on the inside. Smells good. Smells fruity and shenancy. So, about to find out. It's what the first one looks like on the inside. So I think this one is just slightly under ripe, or just at the point of ripeness. The other one, though, looks fully ripe. So let's see how she tastes. Alright, so tastes like a red chinense with the exact normal flavor profile that you would get out of your average red chinense. So it started out very fruity, moved into a little bit floral, and then right at the end of the chew became a little bit bitter. It wasn't horrible on either the floral or the bitter, so it makes it really nice. The fruitiness was actually stronger than both the floral and the bitters, so I'm okay with that. Can't quite tell you where the heat level resides yet because it's still building. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing okay today. I worked and now I'm at a hotel to go to work tomorrow. So, I'm not thinking that this pot's going to get all that hot. So I'm thinking, well, before I make a guess on the heat level, talk about the burn, just in case it hasn't peaked. The burn is mostly on the tip of my tongue, a little bit on my lips, slightly going back the edges of the tongue, but only slightly. It's a very comfortable burn. It's not a stingy burn like a jalapeno, or sorry, habanero. It's a very steady burn. And I'm thinking, basically, the Scoville heat units on this pepper are probably around 700,000 to 800,000. Maybe approaching a million, but I don't think so. I'm thinking around 700 to 800,000. Now I'm really curious, with that pod having just attained the color, if the more ripe one will taste better. Time to find out. I do have a little bit of fruitiness on the aftertaste, which is a good thing. You know, when the aftertaste is floral and bitter, it's not really a pod I enjoy, unless it's both combined. I'm okay with both bitter and floral at the same time, as long as it's not just floral or just bitter. Anyway, pod number 2. Cut her open, see what she looks like. Probably not much different, but we'll see. Well, I sawed that one in half. So, here's the 2 halves for you. Let's see if she tastes any better. Again, I'm gonna eat it in a couple bites because I want to see what the flavor really is. So this one was more fruity, less floral, and less bitter. So, if you're new to watching pepper content, which a lot of you probably are not, if you don't know what floral is, it's like grabbing a rose or a carnation and just taking a big bite, or maybe both. You get this massive hit with most superhots, not all, but with the majority of superhots, you get this massive burst of just this very flowery taste. Some people describe it as perfume, like drinking a bottle of your grandma's perfume. The bitterness, more often than not, I believe it comes from the seeds. Seeds have no heat in them. The placenta, or the pith that they're attached to, is where the capsaicin oils actually reside. But I believe that the bitterness, more often than not, comes from the seeds. The seeds are somewhat bitter by themselves, and I have tested it. You take the seeds, use a little bit of soap and water, and just rub the seeds, and then rinse them off, and then consume the seeds. You'll get no heat, but you will get bitterness. So anyway, this pod, a little warmer, but maybe it was the fact that it's the second pod that I ate. This one I'm thinking is right around 1 million, right around ghost pepper heat level. Now there is a possibility that it crossed with a ghost. I did grow a ghost last year. I don't tend to grow a lot of super low heat peppers. And when I do, they tend to be annual. This plant looks fully Chinense, so I don't think it's an interspecific cross. By the way, interspecific means two species in between. So a capsicum annuum, like a jalapeno or a serrano, and a capsicum Chinense, like a semipot primo or a ghost pepper. So this one is actually making me sniff, and the burn is a lot more intense on the very first half of my tongue and my lips. So I am thinking that this one's right around 1 million. So I don't know. We'll see. You know, when I get home at some point, I'll check out those other two phenotypes. But I'm going to be saving seeds from those ones, and I wanted to do a video without saving seeds for you. So anyway, the burn's coming back down. And it's a good tasting pepper. It's not extremely hot, but it tastes good. Anyway, this is the Dean of all things spicy with Conjured Vaporz peppers. I hope you all have an absolutely beautiful night. I'm out.